I don't remember when we first met. Not like in the movies where I'd know if it was sunny or if the clouds had come over our nursery, gardens were blooming or was it cold. No, I don't remember this type of thing at all. But do you remember other things, other snippets that have stayed with me, like memories welded making key parts of me? Was it over the sand pit or painting, playing with cars or dolls? I honestly can't tell you, but I do know where we met, our nursery. Me with my fractured English that I was still learning, being kept company by my painful shyness, and I wonder if we saw a likeness in each other from then. I remember your mustard-coloured roll-neck top from a primary school picture, I think. A dark short fringe and a little teeth-baring grin, showing a shyness combined with a playfulness that tried not to shrink. This combo is something that just made you you, that something must have brought us together as we grew. You always held a warm space in me, one of those where you always feel a tug and show it with a smile or a gesture or a chat or a hug. Our circles of friendships always colliding, moving closer than further away, always friendly, always invited to birthdays, always around each other somehow. Then suddenly we were so close, we felt like one. We'd walk the streets for hours, never running out of things to say. We'd meet every morning and talk our way through the whole school day, then all the way home, taking longer and longer routes until we finally both reached home, to then call each other again, my dad asking, "What's there left to say?" I honestly couldn't answer him. I also couldn't explain to anyone how those school days were, where my family was yours and vice versa. The shared food and fun, the freedom, fearlessness and friendship, a constantness that I rarely questioned. Our lives drew us apart. I know I changed. I know you did too. I know I was tormented by a past that I couldn't give words or space to in my heart, my history, a past that happened while I knew you, but despite everything I kept away. Friendship was the main thing that helped me mask the sadness and keep it at bay. And as I got older, I added in alcohol and danced the nights away, giving me the forgetting freedom I often craved. Our pasts were reality that we moved away from. For me, it meant I moved away from people too, losing friends that weren't meant to be, or making new ones for a moment or longer, not knowing their trajectory. Yet every time I saw you through a bumped into you by mistake moment or a meet-up after years passed, we'd be magnetic, drawn to each other again. I'd be your sidekick and you'd be mine, bonded again, usually with a tear as we got to know each other all over again. And now, after 4 decades of friendship, I'm still discovering who you are. Your core hasn't changed. Your loyalty, values, ambitions and laughter remind me of who you have always been and who I have always seen. But now I see more of what's inside, that's working to be seen as you discover more and try not to hide the multitude of all that you are, the great and the good and the bits below your high bar. And all of those help you shine even brighter to me, in the eyes of the 4-year-old I was to who I am today. The layers you've sometimes hidden by everything you show the world peel away as you discover yourself deeper and appreciate your wholeness. How lucky I am that you let me glimpse this too, as you work through to be the best version of you. Now I walk alone as we speak on the phone, in a neighbourhood so unlike the ones where we'd grown, and with each step I feel it all over again, the swells of a friendship that I hope never ends. We have laughter where we lighten the load of life. In our safe space, we could be fully us, imperfections and all, and honesty that says, I want more, I'm not enough, I'm scared, I'm driven and hungry and ambitious for life, but I keep getting dealt this hand that makes every round harder than I thought it would be when we were just 4 and life was in front of me. And then we'll bring challenge and cheerlead when we need it the most, our grown-up self seeing and celebrating all we've become despite the heart beating and rhythm of life's constant drum. So although I can't remember how we first met, I don't know the weather or date, the play we did, or other things that we made, although I don't have memories of every year that's passed us by, of the adventures and meals and walks side by side, although I confess I don't remember it all. I'm so glad I met you for once and for all.